Hello, 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 everyone. My name is Zen, and I'm here back. Okay, so just try to see firstly working fine because sometimes are a bit complicit, right? So let me first see this. I think the setting looks good, but okay, we have a couple of joinees as well. Well, folks, welcome. This is Zen this side, and I'm a CELPIP instructor. Some of you might be already aware of what I do and who I am, but for the people who are new here, I'm coaching people and mentoring people for this exam called Canadian English Language Proficiency Index Program, and this is one of the prerequisite for people to end up and fulfill their journey into Canada. So the reason why I'm live here is majorly for two reasons, and I'm going to talk and discuss about them while more people join in. So just to give you a more backdrop that presently there's this whole chaos going on. Oh my God, what has happened to CELPIP? Why is the CELPIP website no more working? And it's actually not just the CELPIP website, folks. It's also the IELTS website. But now both are back in order, and now you can access and book your test if necessary for you to give this test. But the reason why it got so much of traffic that it actually crashed, was the simple reason that Canada has announced, how generous Canada is when it comes to immigration, and when it comes to, of course, their economy is dependent on it, but they are very classically dependent on immigration. Everybody knows it, but they have this huge plans until 2025, and in order to fulfill those plans, Canada has now announced a recent program which led to the crashing of CELPIP as well as the IELTS website on the same day within a couple of minutes of announcement. So I think an hour of announcement. Sorry, I'll correct myself. An hour of announcement. Both the websites were down, and they were down almost until the end of today. I'm based in India, and right now it's 11 a.m. in the night. So now the websites are back and running, and we're just going to quickly check that too, so that everybody stays on the same page. But second reason is still hideous. I'm not going to reveal it right away, and I'm pretty sure that most of the people who are joining me live right now, or the others who are there, might not be even completely aware of it. So there are two things that I'm going to cover in this live. That firstly, does it really matter? If there's a big change happening, does it really affect test takers? We as instructors, does it really make an impact? So we'll come to it soon, but first, let me have a look and let me show you live that CELPIP website is again up and working. Okay, so we type in celpip.ca, which is the official website, and we try and open it. Oops, it's down again. Great. So I was just doing this course an hour back, and here the website was actually working. I think they're still working up only with their secure web, which is the other one. So we try both. Okay, let's check it out together, folks. All right, where is the share button? Here it is. Okay, Chrome window. This is the one. All right, so let me just show you firstly the secure web of CELPIP, which is back working. So if you're preparing and you want to practice and you want to log into your test material, which was until yesterday, you were not able to access it. Now it is back. Okay, so here you can see, follow the screen. You can see that there are different sets which are back, back in action by Paragon. But, folks, if we go ahead and look at the official website, which is celpip.ca, let me check that. Nah, it's not working. So, still, the main website is still crashed, and we're gonna see that too on the screen now. I hope it's visible. Yeah. So, if you can see on the screen, the site can't be reached. It's very well written there, and the reason is because traffic, so CELPIP. So there is one preparation thing that I want to tell you folks here in this live, that firstly, number one, don't panic. Okay, it's just a partial, a temporary error. is just one server error because so much of traffic is directly reached on the website. So that's the that's the problem. But eventually this will be fixed by Paragon, so you don't need to worry and bother too much around it. Secondly, the thing is that when it when it comes to all these websites and booking tests and all, and especially when hype is created, in my personal opinion and advice, I would tell you that you must look out to book the test date when it is available, and of course you can reschedule it at a later date if you're not really prepared, because there's no point in giving a test without preparation of it. So yeah, bringing those points in aspect and keeping them in our mind, I would want to tell you here and reiterate the same stuff again, that please, once the website is up, look for a test if you're looking to prepare soon. Just ensure you're preparing and leave spots for the people who are already prepared and who are wanting to give the test soon. So don't occupy space for somebody else, because that's even worse. You're going to occupy and you're not going to give a test and somebody else might miss it. At this point of time, Canada, I'm not an immigration expert, but I'm planning to go live with a couple of immigration experts in the coming week. I'll keep you posted on my social groups and my Facebook and WhatsApp and all the different social media platforms that I've been using about when I'm going live with an immigration consultant too. And I'm also planning to go live with an IELTS instructor. So we're going to meet soon, very soon again, and discuss some important subjects which are there. But eventually, I'm not an expert in immigration, but I know by reading the statistics that Canada has a big plan for 2020, because especially the last year, because of the COVID-19, there has been a big huge impact on the immigration, and eventually it has led to economic problems around Canada. This time, if I'm correct with the numbers, around 4 lakh in total, which is big huge number, which Canada is now planning to go with all these different numbers in terms of immigration as their particular target. So 90,000 is one program which they've announced. 40,000 of this includes universities, and then there are other occupations, and I think there are three categories in it. But we discuss the details with an expert in this. I'm an expert in CELPIP, not in immigration. So the second part, of course, as I said, if you fall in these categories and you've been lucky through the CEC and you've been able to get through, and you're already in Canada, or you've done some job experience there, or you've studied, bachelor's, master's, doesn't really matter, but if you've studied and spent some time there, then eventually it's a good program for you. There's a very high probability that you can achieve your PR goals. But yes, of course, language is a barrier. So if you're looking out for preparations, or if you're looking to prepare, there are various methods that you can go through. I have a free mini course on my Facebook group as well. You can use some materials there. There's a Google Drive link on my WhatsApp group. You can find a lot of relevant materials which we keep on updating. And thanks to all my all my students there as well, and my mentees who are able to keep me updated with the recent materials. And of course, I also prepare some materials which you can leverage and use. But the best method, of course, is the official sets which are provided by Paragon. They've added a set 8. So last time when I came live, they were just set 7. Now they've added one more test there to it. All right, so if there are any questions for the people who are here, you can post in. Okay, Asfan is here. What's up, Asfan? Hi, sorry, I just saw your message now. And thank you, Asfan. And we have Zara as well, keeping my pen and paper ready. All right, please, keep notes. Taking notes while you're doing something is important, right? Isn't it? Anyway, folks, so we'll move forward to the next of the things, which is, which was kind of a surprise when I first heard about it. And I thought I'll discuss it live, because you can comment and let me know, for all the joinees who are here, whether you were aware of this update or not. But the big update is here that, oh, wait, let me first shift the overlay, okay? All right, so here is the CELPIP update. Okay, one, I've already covered that what has happened to the CELPIP website. But second, is Paragon now a part of Prometric Testing Services Canada? What do you know? If anyone live who's attending me here, if you're aware of what Prometric is, if you're aware, Paragon has been purchased, which was a spin-off company. So I'll let you know some details around it. Oh, Husam, you're here as well. Buddy, I'm sorry. I know you've sent me a message as well, and I'm going to respond. I've been running very busy, because of the sessions that are going on constantly. And once I'm done with this live, I'm going to respond back. But Husam, were you aware that UBC, which was the parent holding company of, Paragon Testing, is no more the parent company. They've sold it to a company called Prometric. Is anyone here live aware of this particular fact? If you're aware, please comment in the section. Let me know yes, no. Have you heard anything around this? Please feel free to comment. It'll be good to know if you guys know around this or not. And then I'm going to share, of course, the website and the actual official announcement on this particular case. Z, Z, you calling? Z, I'm just on a live, buddy. I'm just going to disconnect and decline your call, and I'm going to call you back. Okay. And here is the official announcement by Prometric. Has anyone here live who's with me heard about the company called Prometric? Again, a yes no would be fair. Hmm. So Zara, if you're still here, let me know when I share my screen. Are you able to see the actual website on the comments? It'll be good to know because sometimes live streams are a bit difficult. Isha has mentioned Isha is not aware. Okay, Isha, it'll be good update for you because although I will talk about some more things around it, this was an official announcement, folks, which was done on 7th of this month, 7th of February. Okay, Husam, you also can't, you're also not aware. All right, Zara, thank you. So the first thing here, folks, this is the official announcement by Prometric. There is another announcement on CELPIP website, but the website is up, so you can't see it. But on the 7th of this month, folks, the company which holds and conducts this test, which is known as Paragon Enterprises. All right, Kaka, thank you, Mehbooba. We're going for a test tomorrow, Mehbooba. Great. All right, I remember connecting with you in one of the live sessions. So if you're going for your test soon, good luck to you. And I hope you're well prepared and you're confident in this particular little barrier of English. Many people lack this confidence, and I don't know, I think it was first time that you given the test. You can let me know in the comment if it's the first time, Mehbooba. Even more vicious for you because there might be a chance that you're nervous and you shouldn't be. Okay, if you're prepared and you're giving the test tomorrow, give it with complete confidence. All right, folks. So coming back to the subject of Prometric, yes, now it has been acquired the company which was a spin-off. So any question, any understanding? Have you heard this company called a spin-off? Do you know what is a spin-off, folks? Do you know what exactly is a spin-off company? Again, you can let me know in the comments if anyone is here is aware of it. If especially you've done courses around commerce, there is a high probability that you would know what spin-off companies are. But if you're from the science background, it's irrelevant, right? So again, if you know, you can let me know with the comments. Yes, no, I would appreciate your responses. So you already answered why the website is down, Kirat. Yes, I've already answered why the website is down. I think you've mentioned this on my group as well, Kirat. Kirat, I'll repeat it for you again, but in a minute because I want to get over firstly with Prometric and what is Prometric and what is spin-off. Okay, so spin-off again, as I always talk in my sessions, all the different mentees that I've mentored and all the different people who are still in my training program, I tell you the same stuff, right? Use something called common sense. All right. If you use common sense, which is the most basic of the sense, you can understand stuff easy. Okay. So spin off again is a spin off. That means something which is created in original and there is a spin off. That means a second version of it created. Kirat, I think you're trying to answer, means a kind of duplicate. Yes, Kirat. One thing leading to another. Exactly. One thing leading to another. That means there was some basic base company, a parent company, what it is known. There are also sister concerns, as it's known. But the update here is that Prometric has acquired, Kaka, your question here, that the company called Prometric has acquired the spin-off company of UBC, which is University of British Columbia, which had created this test, and now they're going to take care of it. Okay, so Kaka, that's the update that I wanted to come out here and let you know that it's a big update. All right, this has never happened in history. As of now, UBC was the parent company holding it, and there were many relaxations. There were many things because CELPIP was a new, was a new exam, and people were mostly comparing it with IELTS. So of course, the fee was less, the structure was different, but yes, both of them, any of the English test that you give for Canada will be dependent on your Canadian language benchmarks. So in this, at the end of this live video, for people who are in my sessions, they must have already gone through it. But for people who are new, or for people who are even on my social networks, I'm going to paste the official language website of Canada, which is language.ca. Okay, I repeat myself, www.language.ca. For all people who are here, you must go ahead. There are Canadian language benchmarks very clearly mentioned on it. Okay, so we move forward. This was made in Baltimore. That Paragon, here it's mentioned, right? Paragon, which was mostly known as Paragon Testing Enterprises, which was a subsidiary. Okay, subsidiary. What is a subsidiary? Subsidiary. If anyone knows here, please comment and let me know. Else, I'll try to answer it again for you. But it was a subsidiary of University of British Columbia, and finally, it is acquired. So there are two tests which are now under Prometric, Kale, and CELPIP. Both of these tests are, most of the people are aware of it, but I'll share the link again of the official announcement. Here it is, that this company has been acquired. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing my screen and get back to your questions. All right, so what have I missed here? Okay, so I think I've answered that, but the website is down. Yeah, Kirat. So I'm going to repeat myself here again, buddy. Kirat, the website is down because there was a huge amount of traffic which reached, and with the chaos in mind that the new announcement of 90,000 people that Canada is going to take in their program, that was the major reason why this, the website is down. It was earlier, it was even the IELTS website which went down even through IDP, but at this point of time, it is the IELTS test. As of how I've heard, you're able to book it, but CELPIP official website is still down, the main one which is on the front end, but the secured version is still running. So I believe there would be some technical glitch, and they will solve it, of course, right? So they are eventually there to solve the problems for you. All right. So, any more questions, folks? Please let me know. It was a small live that I wanted to do, and there's a third part of my live which I'm now going to talk about. That what exactly I can offer you in terms of my mentorship program, and how I'm looking and what I've done in the past. So I'm coming up with a lot of testimonial videos. I wasn't doing any promotions. I was just working on word of mouth, where I was helping people in genuine, and of course, when I was helping, they were giving me recommendations. So I've coached and mentored 100 students in CELPIP. So it's a big achievement for me, because eventually, over just a period of 1.5 years, it's a big number to cater, and the results are there. So we're going to do all these 100 testimonial series that I'm coming up. It's a big number, so I'm going to keep on working on it on each weekend, especially because time is very restricted. But here's the thing, you can still join my mentorship program. The only change that I've done from before to now is that there's a waiting list. So any member who wants to now join in the program will have to first wait maybe for a week or 10 days in the waiting list, so that I can complete the backlog of the students that I have. And everything is result oriented. Okay, so when you come, there are n number of mentors available right now. Okay, even in CELPIP, when I started, it was very less. They were just, to name itself, they were just six. So I might even collaborate with them and come live with all those six, because it was just us six who was there at that point of time. Right now, I know there must be 60, 70 mentors. In even in CELPIP. But see, folks, I want to tell you something very. We're done with this live, unless there are more questions around it, that you can learn it, number one, yourself. Okay, you need mentors when you want to save your time. That is what mentors do. So if you're looking for specialized program, when you're looking to save your time, and when you're looking for feedback, especially in your productive skills, which is writing and speaking, that is where the role of a mentor comes in. Okay, so it is not that important for you to just have a mentor unless it is necessary. So I think we'll come to this question of what Mehbooba had mentioned. that this is your second time, right, Mehbooba? So maybe you can quickly write what was your experience, in a nutshell, in the first time, or whether you were able, of course, giving it for the second time, that means you were not able to achieve your goal. So what stopped you, Mehbooba, from achieving your goal in the first attempt that you gave? Because eventually this is the role of a mentor. Okay, so Kira, to answer your question here, sorry, Kaka, to answer your question here, your mentorship program is my mentorship program is here to ensure that you don't have to give this test multiple times. All right, if anyone who comes here, I extend duration, I extend my program, but I ensure that they don't have to appear for this particular test again. And that is the role of a mentor, right? So it's to prepare you, it's to ensure that you're confident in your speech, it's to make you well aware of your shortcomings, it's to make you well aware of your strengths, it's to make you well aware of all the different rating parameters, checklist, how exactly the rating process would go once you've submitted your response. Okay, once you've submitted your test officially, okay, once you've given that test. Okay, so here, coming back to the questions, I'm missing a couple because they come in quick. Okay, so Kirat's secure version was the backend, the one which I showed you on the screen before, which is actually where you log in and you practice the tests. Okay, so there is a CELPIP official test that you get, which is through secure.celpip, which was earlier down as well. But now that website is working, that means the only update there is that you can actually start practicing if you have the access to the official sets. All right. Okay. Cool. If it's still unclear, let me know if there's any change for the test taker. Kaka, there's no change for the test taker. So I had officially emailed Paragon. I wanted to know firstly that, is my mentees going to get affected in any way, or, if it's going to cause any change that we should be aware of as instructors. Nothing at this point of time. There's no official announcements on this. 7th, it was done. So it's almost, almost 9 days since the program was announced. The acquisition was announced, but for you as a test taker, there are no changes at this point of time. I don't know anything unofficial which is going to happen, but there might be changes in the coming time for it. Okay. Okay. So Kirat, is there a way to book the test? At this point of time, Kirat, you can just wait. There is nothing more. Okay. So at this point of time, you can just patiently wait. I believe it should be working over the weekend max. Maybe by tomorrow, maybe by day after. I don't know. The latest information that I received, Kirit, was the newsletter which we received from Paragon, saying that informed, if you have a following around CELPIP, let them know that the website will be back soon and they're down because of this little shortcoming. Okay. So the next question, the mentorship program, Kaka. The mentorship program is the preparation program. We work with you on your receptive and your productive skills, which is your listening, reading, and writing, speaking. We have different approaches for each parts. For speaking, we do 3 sessions each week: Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Presently, I'm running 3 batches in it. And for writing, we do writing improves with writing, Kaka, right? So we do practices, we do provide you some basic theory, which is enough for you to sail your boat for CELPIP. And eventually, you have your own targets in mind. Sometimes it's around 9, but if you come in my mentorship program, if you come in with a target set of 9, I will try and push you to 10. Okay, because that gives me satisfaction and that makes me understand that the growth that can happen can be immense if you're just confident and you are, you're practicing and following the right path. This is the role of a mentor, Kaka, to guide you and put you in a place, not in a box, but in a place where you can actually follow a method. And there's always a method to madness, Kaka. So that is what we provide. My website link. All right, I'll post it. It's celpip.win, www.celpip.win. Fortunately, my website is still working. So you can have a look there, but I'll post all these different things there. I didn't even have a website before, Kaka. 1.5 years, almost around 2 years that I've been working on this. 1.5 years, once I did the last part of the training program from Paragon, I didn't really need a website, because if you do good work, people come to you. And that is, how I was working. But now I'm planning to take it and step it up to another level. And I need your help to know more feedback from you guys and how I can improve. And this is why I'm collecting a lot of feedback from my past mentees. But for all new people who are here as well, you can feel free to comment if there is anything in specific that you can look out for, from a mentor and as a guide for your CELPIP journey. Okay, so we move next. Mehbooba, I was not prepared, but I found in speaking, time is the enemy. Yes, yes, Mehbooba, you're right. I felt at exam I did well in listening, but I ended up in scoring 6. But reading and writing 8 and speaking 7. So good. I don't know, Mehbooba, what was your preparation time? Did you prepare for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, month, or less time? You can let me know again in the comments. But if it was less time, then this score wasn't really that bad, because when people give without preparation, they can even land up with bad scores in this. So eventually, what you performed, oh yes, it can happen that when you do listening and you expect would go higher, it might not happen. Again, there are three kinds of questions, Mehbooba, because you're given your exam tomorrow. I'll give you a free tip, and all the people who are live here as well. This would be the last free tip that I'm going to give you, and of course, if there's no question, then we're going to end the stream as well. So the free tip is, Mehbooba, that there are three kinds of questions, buddy, that come in here. General questions, general, okay. Specific information questions, Mehbooba. And the last part is the tough one, okay, which is inference based questions. So inference, we can, maybe do some your own search and find what they means. But if I want to tell you here, inference basically means using logic. So they're talking about something and something else is being asked in the question, and then you infer, to infer something. So there is another vocab link that you can go on my this particular YouTube channel. I don't know if it's also YouTube is linked. I think YouTube was linked. So there you will find the meaning of infer as well, and you have to refer something. Okay, Mehboob. So when this comes as inference, many times logic doesn't come and we think it is right, but it is not right. Okay, so practice is the key to this. Now that you have your exam tomorrow, just give it with full confidence, right? Or you've commented back, not only all, but only watch few videos day before exam. So good, Mehbooba. That means this time you can do well in speaking. Again, you don't have any time for me to give you tips and stuff like that, but ideally I would say just give it with confidence and stick to task fulfillment. Okay, many times people are not reading the question well, so read the question well. And if you still have time, Mehbooba, before your exam, record yourself and listen to yourself. And the last of the tip for you, Mehbooba, would be just transcribe it to a to a text also. Transcribe your voice to a textual format so that you can learn something from there. Eventually, all these small things make a lot of impact. So count them in. And I think we're done with this live, unless there is anything else coming on air. Okay. So three things again to summarize everything, folks. Firstly, for all the members who joined in, thank you for tuning in. I hope you were able to get and grasp the minimum of the update that I want to give you. That number one, CELPIP website will be back soon, so don't bother. The practice website is back, so please keep practicing. Secondly, Paragon has been sold to a company which was a spin off of UBC, and now it is purchased by Prometric. For you as a test taker, no changes. And the last part of my summary would be, of course, regarding the mentorship program. Because of the schedules and different things that I'm running through, I have created a waiting list. The link and all would be shared with you on your social groups, and I'm pretty sure most of people here who are live are connected with me in some or the other way, right? So we keep on sharing things with you. Thank you, Zara. Thank you, Mehbooba. Everybody who tuned in, thank you, Kaka. Thank you, Asfan. Thank you, Kirat. And thank you, Husam, Isha. And we'll see you each other. We'll meet each other soon. In the meanwhile, please take care of yourself. This COVID scare is still going again. So just take the necessary precautions and ensure you're safe and healthy, and that is all that matters. Okay, so take care, folks. I'll wrap this up. Pleasure to have you all, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.